Legal concerns and court restrictions are among the many uncertainties triggered by the coronavirus. For divorced parents with shared child custody, it can mean some unanticipated challenges. KRCG 13's Ashley Eddy joins us now live after speaking to a family law attorney.
Parents with shared child custody are having to look at things in a different light. During the coronavirus outbreak, some parents with shared child custody are taking a step back and having to re-examine their arrangements. Columbia Family Law Group attorney Amy Salladay says she has seen custody disputes usually come from one parent being more cautious during this time than the other, prompting the more cautious parent to have concerns about transferring their children.
We have some custody disputes about, whether or not the parent who has traveled or who has a lot more public exposure should have custody of the children right now. Salladay
says although she has seen some disputes, sometimes one parent willingly will decide to give up custody temporarily.
A parent who has an essential job and is being exposed to the public, he has voluntarily given up custody of his children right now because he's very concerned that his son who has asthma and some other conditions might be inadvertently exposed to COVID-19.
She says it's hard to resolve the contested issues, with very few family law cases actually being heard in court right now due to coronavirus safety restrictions.
Family law cases that are just in general divorces, custody modifications, and child support, they're all on hold.
But the cases that can be heard, Salladay says, are important.
Emergency guardianships can be heard, and so can restraining orders. So anyone that fears for their physical safety can still 24 hours a day file an emergency order of protection. We're very concerned about increases in domestic violence when folks are at home together.
Salladay says for anyone with concerns, attorneys can answer questions over the phone or on Skype at this time.
Just a week ago, Governor Parson said 2020 unemployment claims in Missouri had reached 30% of all last year's claims. Today, he reported 104,230 unemployment claims in Missouri, an increase of nearly 150%. State officials say 89,000 of those claims are a direct result of COVID-19. However, there could be thousands more who still need to file.
We're very aware of the fact that people are struggling to get through to the Department of Labor. But what we need Missourians to realize is that unemployment claims are at unimaginable historical highs. The Department of Labor is receiving over 100,000 calls each day.
In a news release, the Missouri Department of Labor and the Industrial Relations Division said the Claims Center staff is working overtime and pulling people from other divisions to take calls. The agency has also hired temporary workers. If you try calling them, you might hear this.
This is an important announcement. We are currently experiencing very high call volume. Please attempt to file your claim or weekly request for payment online at UInteract.labor.mo.gov. If you are unable to file online or otherwise need assistance, please remain on the line and select the appropriate option, and a representative will assist you.
Well, this is the disheartening sight for workers on the Golden E Dairy Farm in West Bend. They are dumping all of their milk every day now for the rest of the week. That's 2,400 cows producing about 250,000 pounds of milk every day just to be poured down the drain because the stores don't need the milk. Some are limiting their sales. Others say people have stocked up and aren't buying milk right now. Plus, with schools shut down because of coronavirus, the overall need for milk has significantly dropped during this crisis.
It's delicious, nutritious milk. This would have been on a store shelf 24 hours from now, but it's not. A lot goes into producing milk these days. A lot of work, a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. We're putting all this work into it, all this pride, all this time, and we're just dumping it down the drain.
Now, there are legislators trying to work to fix this problem, like getting all of this milk rerouted to food banks or nutrition assistance programs. But until that happens, dairy farms across Wisconsin, like this one, are going to have to continue to dump their milk down the drain.